Hi everyone, this is Dr. Zabina Hussain Syed, Assistant Professor in Genba Sopan Rao, Mosaic College of Pharmacy. I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, Cognosy Made Easy. In this lecture, we are going to study about indole alkaloids. Before that, I request everyone to subscribe my YouTube channel, Cognosy Made Easy. So let's begin our topic. So indole alkaloid. In indole alkaloid, as we have mentioned in the previous section, all the indole alkaloids are going to be biosynthesized from the tryptophan, because the indole ring that it is required for synthesis of alkaloids is going to obtain from the indole of tryptophan amino acid. So all the indole alkaloids are obtained from the amino acid tryptophan. Now coming to the first cognostic drug, that is ergot. So here ergot is a fungal drug, okay, and you can remember like this, that this is the only alkaloid which is not a plant source drug, because this ergot is obtained from fungus. So here the synonym of this ergot is ergot of rye. And as we know that no need of remembering the synonyms which have similar name with that of plant, as ergot, and this rye is due to the growth of this ergot in the rye plant. So we can avoid this. Now coming to the biological source, ergot is obtained from the dried sclerotium of a fungus. So what is a sclerotium here? Sclerotium is a persistent vegetative resting spore of a fungi. So this sclerotium is a vegetative resting spore of a fungi. So from that sclerotium, we are going to obtain this ergot alkaloids. So that fungus which is responsible for growth of this ergot is Claviceps purpurea. Okay, Claviceps purpurea. Family, we can say that it is Claviceptaceae, which is in synonym with that of which is in rhyming word with that of the genus of fungi, that is Claviceps, Claviceptaceae. So no need of remembering this, you can avoid this. But Hypocriaceae, it is not matching with that of any genus or species name, so better to remember Hypocriaceae. So ergot are the alkaloids which is obtained from vegetative spores of a fungus Claviceps purpurea belonging to family Hypocriaceae, which is arising in the ovary of the rye plant. This is the ovary of the rye. In the ovary of the rye plant, this fungus is grown. Ovary means now it is a gynoecium part. And the rye plant, name is Sickle cereal. Family is Graminae or Poaceae. Here we can remember easily the family name, because all the cereals like wheat, rice, bajra, all these are going to be obtained from this Graminae family. As this rice also is a grain, food grain, so Graminae family. And the other name for the Graminae is Poaceae. So the ergot alkaloids are obtained from a vegetative spores of fungus Claviceps purpurea belonging to family Hypocriaceae. That fungus is grown in the ovary of a rye plant. The rye plant name is Sickle cereal, and the family is Poaceae or Graminae. Now, other important point regarding this percentage of alkaloids present. As we have mentioned in the last session, that the alkaloidal percentage in every plant is very less as compared to that of volatile oil. So we can say here that only 0.19% of alkaloids are being present here, 0.19%. And in the history part is here we have mentioned one point in the history part, because it is a well-known fact. That's why we are studying some history with that of ergot on rye. In this history of this plant, in the ancient olden days, it produced toxic effect like gangrene in extremities and convulsions. Okay, gangrene was produced when accidentally people ate the baked cake from this rye plant. So when they ate those rye grains, so they produce the toxic symptoms like gangrenes. Now that was cured by a monk known as Saint Anthony. So that's why it is known as Saint Anthony's fire. That's why it is known as Saint Anthony's fire. This is also known as ergotism. Also known as ergotism, because the ergotism symptoms are nothing but gangrene in extremities and convulsions. So this was well documented. So we have to read this point in this plan. Next, coming after this, macroscopy. In the macroscopy, if you see this fungus that is been grown in the rye plant, this is violet to black externally, violet to black externally, but internally it is whitish or pink in color. And the most important point is that this fungus is made of dense pseudoparenchymatous cells. Dense pseudoparenchymatous cells. Now coming to odor, it is characteristic, taste unpleasant, and size. It's not that much important to remember the size of the sclerotia. We can avoid this. But the shape of this sclerotia is very important. Fusiform in shape. What do you mean by fusiform? Means which are the fusiform shape look like the end points are pointed. They have pointed ends, and in the middle they are going to be wide or bulged. So pointed ending, in the middle it is wide. So that shape is known as fusiform. So this fungus is in the fusiform shape. Now coming to the chemical constituents that are being present in this sclerotia. What are the different types of chemical present? This fungus in the sclerotia, it contains the alkaloids. It is ergot alkaloids. And whatever these alkaloids that are being present in this fungus are derived from D-lysergic acid. And they are going to be obtaining this in the peptide form. So these ergot alkaloids are also known as peptide alkaloids. Peptide alkaloids. Ergot alkaloids are obtained from the sclerotia, and all the ergot alkaloids are derived from the lysergic acids. Now, if you see the different types of ergot alkaloids present, we have categorized into two. That is, one is water soluble alkaloid and other one is water insoluble. As we have discussed in the previous session also, that alkaloidal bases are soluble in organic solvents, but alkaloidal salts are soluble in polar solvent. So here it is a alkaloidal base. Generally it should solubilize in non-polar solvents. Okay, non-polar solvent. But this is the exception, that ergometrin is a water soluble alkaloid. Ergometrin is a water soluble alkaloid, and ergometrin is also known as ergonovin. Now in this there are two forms, levorotatory form and dextrorotatory form. Levorotatory form of ergot alkaloids are pharmacologically active than dextrorotatory. So in this ergometrin is a water soluble ergot alkaloid. Now, the remaining one, as usual, which are soluble in non-polar solvent, those are categorized into two. One is ergotamine group and other one is ergotoxin group. So, in the ergotamine group, it includes ergotamine and ergosine. Ergotamine and ergosine. Whereas, ergotoxin group includes ergocristin, cryptin and cornine. These three comes under toxin group, and these two comes under the ergotamine group. And levorotatory forms are pharmacologically active. If you see the dextrorotatory, it is going to have the same name but ine, ergotamanine. So extra ine is to be added. So in this also you can see the structure of the ergometrin. This is the indole ring. Okay, so that's what this ergometrin is derived from the tryptophan amino acid. Even if in GPAT exam it is asked that ergocryptin is being synthesized from which of the following amino acid, it's nothing but in tryptophan. Okay, so next coming to the chemical test. As we have mentioned here that ergometrin is soluble in water. So whenever ergometrin is dissolved in water, it will produce blue fluorescence. It is going to produce the blue fluorescence. Ergotamine is taken in glacial acetic acid, to which ethyl acetate and sulfuric acid is added. Now we can see that it is solubilized in water, so we have taken and then it produces blue fluorescence. But ergotamine is water insoluble, so we have taken the ethyl acetate and to which sulfuric acid is added. It appeared blue color. So in one thing you can remember that all the ergot alkaloid test will give you the blue color, as we see in the next step. So here when you are added with sulfuric acid, it produces blue color. When again if with retinge, if you are adding to that blue color ferric chloride, that blue color deepens. Okay. Next, the most important test is ergot powder. We can see here ergometrin and ergotamine are having specific tests. Okay, specific tests. But here in the ergot powder, here they have taken total alkaloids. Okay, total alkaloids of the ergot. To that, if you are adding a Vanuk's reagent, it will again give you a blue color. What is Vanuk's reagent? Vanuk's reagent is nothing but it is a composition of para-dimethylamino-benzaldehyde plus 100 ml of sulfuric acid and 0.1 ml of ferric chloride. Okay, so here in this ergot alkali, all the amines are going to be present. These amines, when react with that of any aldehyde in the presence of any acidic medium, it produces imines. So that imine is the blue color may be due to the formation of these imines. So Vanuk's reagent, remember the composition. It's most important to remember the composition: para-dimethylamino-benzaldehyde, sulfuric acid and ferric chloride. Now in the next test also, if you take the ergot powder, here also we are taking total ergot powder, not any specific ergot alkali. To that ether is added to solubilize, and to that again acidic medium is added. Okay, next after that you have to filter it. To the filtrate, sodium bicarbonate is added. Red to violet color is obtained. In the chemical test, if there is no named reaction, it is not that much important to remember. But if there is any named reagent or named reaction, then it is most important to remember. Okay. Next, coming to the uses, as I have told you that ergometrin is also known as ergonavine. So this ergonavine in USA it is known as ergonavine. This is used in obstetrics as oxytocin, okay, which will assist in delivery and to reduce the postpartum hemorrhages. This is the widely pharmacological use of this ergometrin. Now, ergotamine important uses in the treatment of migraine. Ergometrin as oxytocin, ergotamine in the treatment of migraine. Because this ergometrin is, these ergot alkaloids are going to act on dopaminergic receptors also. So that's the reason that it is also used to treat in the migraine. Now, lysergic acid diethylamide. As we have said that most of the ergot alkaloids are derivatives of lysergic acid. So this LSD, it is a semi-synthetic form, okay, that is used as a potent psychomimetic drug. Okay, it is a potent psychomimetic drug. So these are the pharmacology, these are the uses of ergot alkaloid. Mostly oxytocin, and then ergotamine is used in migraine. So this is all about the ergot alkaloids. In the next class, I am going to tell you about further indole alkaloids and their uses. Thank you so much.